All right, folks, this is Harris Sultan, the ex-Muslim atheist, and welcome to another episode of Sultan's House of Sin. Right. Now I got a couple more called Shudra Indian.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Hello. How are you, Aris?
Very good. What would you like to say?
Yeah. I have two questions for you. The first is about love jihad. You spoke about it today. And,
I spoke about Hindu love jihad. Did you like that one?
yeah, Hindu love jihad. But no, I'm talking. I want to talk to you about this Islamic love jihad. No? They keep on talking. The right-wing nationalists, they keep on bringing this topic all the time.
Right.
That Muslims, they want to convert Christians and Hindu women, and whatnot. Anyways, coming to the point. So I don't understand the concept because see, I know that this Abrahamic people, particularly Muslims and Christians, they want to convert people. They are always on this run. They want to convert people. They're happy when people convert to their religion, and that is why I play this trick. Every time I go to Zakir Naik's channel or some Muslim guy's channel, I just write there, I'm a Hindu and I've converted to Islam. I get so many likes, like 300, 400 likes. I just play with them. Anyways, coming to the point. So my question here is, Harish, when they say that okay, we want to convert, they get like Muslim men, they allure Hindu women or Christian women and then they convert them to Islam. Don't you see this as an anti-feminist stand? Because you are considering that these women who want to convert, who get convert, they're stupid, they don't understand what is happening, and they just get married to these people and then they face the challenges. Can it be like okay, there must be some, I'm not saying that, okay, there are cases that planned and nicely these people have planned and they have converted women, but to call this all as a jihad and then there are people on the run and they want to do this, don't you find this funny?
No, you know what? I mean, I can't totally deny this. Like I saw Amin Nawabi's stance on that as well, and he also went the way that maybe this is it's definitely exaggerated, this love jihad thing. But I don't think Muslims have done themselves any favor. Muslims are known for their. You see ordinary freaking Muslims just trying to give dawah to people, convert to Islam. Islam is so beautiful, and mashallah, such and so white woman accepted Islam, so and so Hindu accepted Islam, mashallah, this is the beauty of our religion. So they have shown that they have this obsession in converting people. There's no doubt about that. Muslims have this obsession. For Islam is the fastest growing religion. They have this prophecy that everyone has to convert to. Everyone, there will be a time when everyone in the world will be Muslim. They have this fantasy. So, and then there's a strong tradition of you cannot marry polytheist women. There's a Quranic verse. So you have to convert them. And we know Muslims are more dogmatic. Like even moderate Muslims cannot imagine marrying a non-Muslim. They can't imagine it. If they fall, it's obviously against our biological instincts because you can fall in love with anyone. Like if even when I was a Muslim, if Aishwarya Rai back in the day, or Misha Patil actually, I with Misha Patil, I remember I had it was in '99 that movie came out, Hrithik Roshan one. And then by 2000 or 2001, I was madly in love with her. And I was thinking about crossing the border. I was still a Muslim at that point, but I was thinking about crossing the border and just go to her in Bombay. There was another movie, Aftab Shivdasani movie. I think it was a Must. That was something like that, where Urmila Matondkar, she's an actress, and Aftab Shivdasani is just a boy. He falls in love with her and he just goes to India. So anyway, so this is me. But I'm on the other side of the border, so it's not just a matter for me to just get a bus from Shimla and go all the way to Bombay and say, hey, I love you. It wasn't like that. But anyway, so this is me 17, 18-year-old kid doing that. And I say, yeah, I'm going. At that time, I wouldn't have cared if Amisha had said, okay, I will marry you, little hairy boy. You happen to be no one. I'm such a big rising Bollywood movie star. I wouldn't have cared if she had said, I will marry you, but I'm not going to convert to Islam. I would be like, yep, sure. But the problem is when the reality would have sunk in a couple of years later, when I would have said, you're just like any other ordinary woman. Why did I fall in love with you? Why did I leave my country? Why did I leave my religion? No, you have to convert to Islam. that's when I would have kicked in. And that would have kicked in. I know that. I know that even about myself. Even someone like me, I would have done that. So there is a thing. It's yes, I think the element where they say love jihad. Jihad is a word. It's a trigger word. This is a word that has already instilled fear in the hearts of so many non-Muslims that this is a violent uprising. This is a violent movement. So now love is being violently waged on us as well. So I think that's where. But it's clever. I reckon it's clever. But I can't say it's exaggerated. It's clever, but I can't say it's totally false because Muslims do have obsession in converting people to Islam. Muslims do have obsession that okay, if we do marry, we should go out and marry women, and then we can't marry non-Muslim women, so they have to eventually convert to Islam. So Muslims are different when it comes to other, like Christians. My partner was a Christian at that time. Religion never even came up. She never said, "Oh, by the way, would you accept Lord Jesus Christ as a father and a savior?" No, it never came up in the conversation. If I had hooked up with a Hindu girl as well, I'm sure it wouldn't have come up in that case either. But if I was a Christian, non-Muslim, and if I had fallen in love with a Muslim girl, actually, no, it would have never happened. but let's say if I was a non-Muslim woman and if I had fallen in love with a Muslim guy, it would have eventually come up.
And how do you see at the anti-feminist stand? Like, because Ambedkar in his book Annihilation of Caste, he has very rightly written that subjugation of women strengthens religious institutions. So, do you look at this new term, comparatively new term, love jihad, as an anti-feminist thing?
No, I don't think it's anti-feminist. I think I think it can go both ways. Again, see, the people who invented this term, what is their agenda? Their agenda is to protect their Hindu women. But I can't totally blame them, even though they're being tribalistic in that. Because let's say these Hindu nationalists were saying, don't marry Western white men. Then I would have been like, well, what's wrong with that? Because your boys can marry Western white women. So what's wrong with that? Why? So in that case, I would have said, okay, that is purely unfounded tribalism. But in this case, there is some truth in that, as I said. So even though it's not for the betterment of womankind, it is for the betterment or preservation of Hindu women. So the key word is Hindu women here. So I don't think it's anti-feminist because Hindu women are not, they're still women, right? But on the other side is men. So, as you know, the modern feminist movement is all about crapping on men, Muslim or non-Muslim. So that's fine. I'm okay with that. But as I said, it's not entirely pro-feminist either because the motive behind it is to protect Hindu women, not just women in general.
Yeah, I always see Muslims, they say that sex slave is legal because this is a type of warfare, and where to control the women, sex slavery is the only option. Otherwise, this women, they'll turn rogue and they'll create problems. But in India, we have in medieval times, we had this great king. His name is Shivaji Maharaj. There's a story about him where he was offered a Muslim, a wife, I guess, a wife of a Muslim ruler, and he said that he rejected. He said, "No, I cannot have sex with her because if my mother was as beautiful as this woman is, even I would have been a handsome person." So we see rulers at that time, they had some morality of as compared to today's. You talk about morality a lot. So I don't understand why Muslims press on this thing that sex slavery is legal or it is acceptable because we have to control women. I just see same thing. Muslims controlling the sex slave and this love jihad thing. They're same for me. I just want your opinion on that.
Okay, well, there's one point I actually forgot to mention, and MJ highly rightly pointed out. It said it's a woman's right if she wants to convert. Of course, it's misogynistic. Well, okay. Again, I wouldn't go misogynistic, just like I didn't say it's pro-feminist nor it's anti-feminist, because under duress, there's a thing called under duress. Well, what's the point that so many women convert to Islam when they're in love with a Muslim guy, and when the marriage falls apart, they go back to being non-Muslim? Famous example is Jemima Goldsmith, Pakistan Imran Khan's ex-wife. They even have a good relationship, but yeah, she's not a Muslim anymore, or at least she doesn't. I don't think she's officially given a statement that she's not a Muslim, but she's not behaving like how when she was a Muslim, how she behaved when she was a Muslim. So, I would say under duress. There was a woman I have often spoken about. There's an Australian woman who fell in love with a Pakistani guy, and she asked me that what is my opinion on her converting to Islam because she had fallen in love with a Pakistani guy and she was going to convert to Islam. I said, well, it's your choice, but do you know about this and this and this? Like the run-of-the-mill arguments against anti-feminist elements in Islam. She said, no, I didn't realize that these things existed, but she was still madly in love with this guy. So she said, "Screw you, Harris. I'm gonna go from Christine to Mukhtaramai now." So, I don't know what happened. This is like 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe. So of course she has a right. It's just like the same thing. Women have a right to wear hijab. They should have a right. Now, I think you're specifically talking about this bill that the Indian government is trying to pass, which is Love Jihad bill or something. I don't know about that. I haven't read that. That obviously, I think this is again something that states should stay out of it. But again, look, it's complicated. I don't know what I would do. But what I would do is I would not tell people that you cannot convert to Islam. I would educate people. I would. Then people would say, okay, Islamophobia narrative being played. But at the end of the day, the decision lies with women. If they fall in love with a Muslim guy, they can convert to Islam and then they can marry them. It's still their choice. Government or you and I can't say that.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, Harris. And thank you for giving bamboos to both the Muslims and the Hindutva guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. To help me produce more videos like these, support me on Patreon or PayPal.